stands with Ukraine.
Woo!
Our Foreign Affairs Minister is just returning from Ukraine with Paul Grod, and he has told the Ukrainian Parliament exactly what he thinks, that they are wrong, wrong, wrong. I spoke to Mr. Rybak last week in the parliamentary delegation from Ukraine, and this is how we stood looking at one another. And I told him he was wrong, wrong, wrong. Yanukovych is on the wrong path. Ukraine belongs in the EU, and they know that. And Mr. Putin, and there's no reason, by the way, that the Ukraine cannot have a trade agreement with the EU and have a trade agreement with the Russian Federation. Both can coexist. We got NAFTA and CETA and everything. But Mr. Putin is making it a them or us proposition. That's what he's doing. He thinks Ukraine belongs to Russia. Wrong, wrong, wrong. We won't allow that. We're standing with the people, and I'm going to Ukraine this Thursday. I'm of course going to observe some of these rerun elections, but also many of my Ukrainian friends and my former interns will be waiting for me, and we'll be taking a few of those Canadian flags to the demonstrations that are happening in Kiev. Because the people of Ukraine are fighting for their lives. They're fighting for their futures. And their future is with the EU. Ukraine belongs with the EU. There is no reason, absolutely no reason, why Ukraine cannot be one of the great nations of Europe today. It has the size. It has the educated populace. I have had so many of these Ukrainian interns that come every year. Bright, smart, ambitious kids, ready to take command, ready to lead. And they're being prevented from doing that. And they are fighting for their futures because they need to. Because they see a better way. They see a better path. And they are getting out in front today to make sure, and the week before and the coming weeks, to fight for their future. And they need to continue to do that. Because Ukraine belongs in the EU. And if Yanukovych is smart, he has a window. There's still a window of opportunity to take advantage of this. Indeed. A tall building. But the fact of the matter is there's still an opportunity to take advantage of this. There's still an opportunity to do the right thing for the Ukrainian nation. Because Ukraine belongs in Europe. Ukraine has the people, the size, the resources to generate its own wealth. About a week and a half ago in Parliament, Mr. Rybak was in Parliament with a parliamentary delegation. And one of his MPs tells me, he says, well, you know why Yulia's in jail. And I said, well, why didn't you tell me? So he told me his whole story about the gas problems and this and that. And I said, listen to yourself. I said, are you finished? He said, I'm finished. I said, good for you. I said, listen to yourself. You want to do business with the same country and the same company that is siphoning money out of Ukraine at an alarming rate. This is a bad deal. I said, if Putin wanted to change that one word, the Gazprom would fix it. He doesn't want to fix that. He just wants to extract your resources, he wants to extract the money, and he wants to rip off your future. You know what? Ukraine and the youth of Ukraine and the people of Ukraine are doing the right thing. They are out there, they're fighting, they're standing in the streets, they're fighting for their hope, they're fighting for their future, and they're fighting for the way forward. And God bless the Ukrainian people for doing that. My friends, I'll have more to say to you when I get back from Ukraine, but in the meantime, Slava Ukraina, Slava Canada!